Today I'm at the Dallas Card Show and I'm digging through dollar boxes and I cannot believe some of the sports cards we found. From PC cards to big money finds, there was a little bit of everything, so hope you guys enjoy. So this right here is one of my favorite type of boxes to go through. You know, I love dollar boxes as much as anyone, but once they have some more expensive cards mixed in as well, there's some crazy opportunities. And this one in particular, this Tim Lincecum Bowman Chrome Rookie Refractor, really caught my eye. He had it stickered at 15 and it seemed to be selling at 25 pretty consistently, so I knew we were off to a good start. This was really cool. Got some Yao Ming patches. I have a feeling those would do pretty well over in China. Geez, I messed up. I definitely should have gotten more. I think this was Brandon Marshall RPA, Ken Griffey rookies, more Yao Ming. Now in this box over here, there was actually a pretty funny find. You see there's some more Tracy McGrady stuff, but that wasn't what I ended up picking up from this box actually. It was a really random auto. And I think you can see it peeking, or actually it's the first card I pick up right here. Jared McCain, wild card auto. He plays for Duke and he's actually TikTok famous. He's famous for his TikTok dances and stuff. So I figured that one would do pretty well and I'm right. You know, I think I got it for less than $5. That's solidly a $15 card right there. This was a pretty good find right here. Juan Soto, Bowman Platinum. I think this is technically a rookie or close to a rookie, but $5 sticker selling as high as 12. I'm sure in the end I probably ended up paying about 3 for this. So a little victory that definitely adds up by the end of this. Here was another pretty cool card I found from my childhood. A little Matt Cain Bowman Chrome Refractor Rookie. Once again, not the craziest big money card, sells for about $10, but it was stickered at 5, probably got it for 3. I'm not even sure I'll sell this one. I think I'm just gonna keep the Lincecum and Cain because they were part of those Giants World Series teams when I was a kid. That really just is a great memory, but once again, just the variety in here was so awesome. Here was another good find I actually stumbled across, and I recognized skinny Giannis from anywhere, and there he was. I was like, okay, this has to be second year, if not rookie. And I was right. I'm pretty sure it's a second year card right there, but for $5, once again, something I picked up for about 3, sells at 12. This box was just absolutely loaded. And yeah, that little bit of knowledge kind of helped me there, knowing younger Giannis. Don't be afraid to use your intuition. Definitely check eBay, check comps, but don't just be a robot, because otherwise too, it'll be way too slow if you're checking every single card. You got to go with your gut on some of them. I didn't notice it until I was watching back this footage, but I go right over this Jeter and Trout friendly foes right there. Actually, there's 2 of them stickered at $5. Not too long ago, these were selling for over $200 in a PSA 10. Now they're just sitting in dollar boxes. I remember this was a huge card. Now you can pick these up for like $2. That's really crazy how far certain just hyped random cards have fallen. Right here coming up, I took an extra look at this Nikola Jovic card. He's a prospect for the Heat. I'm actually pretty high on for some reason. I mean, this is not a pump and dump or anything, but all the Heat players speak so highly of him. So I picked up a few of his cards, and then Adley Rushman, this Inception rookie right there, green, a little bit of a parallel. Just thought it was cool. It's not the most expensive card in the world. I didn't get a crazy deal on it, but I think I'm gonna grade it, and there might be some upside there if it gets a 10. Now over here in this box is really where you start digging for gold. I asked the guy, and he said that these were all $1 each, and I had a pretty good feeling I could get them for about 50 cents each because they're not even in top loaders, and right there's basically no downside. So you just got to find a card that basically sells for something. And I kept digging through. There was a couple things that caught my eye. I think there was a Jalen Hurts in there that I ended up picking up, and eventually I stumbled across this Jabari Smith Jr. number 2 overall draft pick, green shock. Once again, not the biggest card in the world, but sells for $5. You're getting it for 50 cents. You're coming home with $5. That's pretty solid right there. Just a couple cards later, I found that Jordan Lawler insert, this select lime green that I don't know who that is, but it's numbered. Someone's going to want that. And this Shooter Sanders, pretty cool insert right there. He's obviously a very desirable name. Once again, 50-cent card, $5. It takes time, it takes patience, but each one of these adds up if you're doing it in quantity. If you guys want to laugh at me for being an idiot, here's a fun one right here. I was going through, I thought I found a Joe Mauer rookie refractor. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And even watching this footage back, I'm like, oh, this is going to be like the highlight of the video. But then I check the back and it's actually a reprint from 2013 Topps Chrome. Why do these cards exist? What is the point of this? And yeah, sure, maybe I'm an idiot, but people get fooled by this stuff all the time. It's just a good thing I only spent about 50 cents on it. I mean, heck, it's still worth, I think it's $1.99 it's worth. So hey, technically profit, but man, cards like this, why do they exist? It literally just confuses people. There's no reason for it. Now this here coming up is the find of the video and why I love dollar boxing so much. You'll see it peeking out right here. Julio Rodriguez Mega Box Refractor. I bought some of those before and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I know these are worth at least $5. That's a pretty good find. But then when I went to look it up on eBay after the fact, I realized that was the Asia Mojo Refractor. It's more rare than just the regular version of this card that I had sold before. But long story short, a card that I found in a box without a top loader that I paid around 50 cents for is worth $45 consistently. That might be one of my best ever percentage-wise finds. I've found some like $5 cards that maybe are worth a tiny bit more. Maybe I've gotten super lucky and sold it for 60, but 50 cents into 45 is absolutely insane. And the funniest thing is I didn't even realize how good of a pickup this was until I went back and tried to make this video. Eventually, after at least a solid 30 minutes going through these dollar boxes, I decided it was time to let's package them together and see if we can make a deal. But even more than that, while I was going through these boxes, I overheard he was making a huge deal with a guy sitting right next to me for a lot of Steph Curry autos, Chet Holmgren RPAs, a huge Brock Purdy, Ronaldo autos, and one of the cards in there in particular actually really caught my eye. It was a Vinicius on-card auto numbered to 10. And just out of curiosity, I was just like, oh, how much did you get that for? And he said something crazy. It was like $160. And I was like, okay, I don't know exactly what that's worth off the top of my head, but that seems low. At the very least, I can make you a little bit of profit here. And when we checked the comps, we saw that the same exact card numbered out of 99 was selling for $450. So I was like, okay, there might be an opportunity here where he can definitely make some money and I can get it for a pretty good deal. I'll hold off on this one for right now. Do you know what you would need to move the Vinicius? It's tough because there's some comps, but I wouldn't want to go like too crazy high on it.
Like, what do you feel?
It's tough because soccer's not like football where it's just very like segmented, like people will pay for your national treasures or whatever. Like I just don't know how much of a premium I'm going to end up getting on the out of 10,
Right.
Even versus the sticker and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like what do you feel the value is?
I mean, the value, obviously, it has to be above those lower ones at like 4. So the value's minimum, like it's above 450.
Sure.
But like, I definitely don't think it's above 1,000. I'll say that much.
Yeah. What about 650?
I wanted to be a little closer.
Okay.
In terms of me paying cash towards
okay.
the
650. You not okay.
Those. But in terms of value, I don't think we're far off.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean, I wanted some other stuff, so maybe we can get something done.
Absolutely. Set that aside for a minute.
Yeah.
We got 460 sticker.
460 sticker.
375.
So if we called it 350 here, I could do 450 here, so 800.
I'll do that.
I wandered over to this dollar box, and what immediately caught my eye was the fact that they had a ton of women's soccer sapphire. I've said it before, I've said it again. If you're looking for Jordan Love optic hollows in the dollar box, they're not going to be there, and even if they are, someone already took them. Women's soccer actually has a really strong collector base. I was very optimistic initially about this box, but as I went through it, I was like, oh my god, a ton of $1 soccer. I know no one else has really gone through this. I'll probably find some good stuff in here, but as I went through, it was just all base. That one kind of caught my eye there, this framed picture. I was like, okay, let me look this up. That looks like some sort of maybe like SP insert. I ended up looking it up. It sells for like, you can see me right here. This is what I do when I go through dollar boxes. I got no shame. I was like, all right, let's look this up. Let's see what it sells for. I did end up looking it up, and I don't think it's any type of super rare insert. It sells, there was a ton listed for like $1. So I was like, all right, you know what? That's what you got to do. You take a swing. That wasn't the one. You keep searching. maybe that's not the card that is going to pay off for me, but I'll keep searching. I bet you there's something in here that makes sense. And I was 100% right. Eventually I did find a card worth picking up, this Alexia Putellas Sapphire SP variation. It looks just like a regular Sapphire, but this is actually the rare kind of like insert of her holding up the trophy. $1 into $15. Not the most glamorous thing in the world going through these dollar boxes, but if you just stick with it, you'll find something eventually. After I find one good card, that always motivates me to keep searching. I think, all right, if they put a couple of good cards in here, I bet you there's some more hiding. So I kept on going, kept looking. They had a whole nother section of dollar box cards, but I kept going through and I couldn't really find anything. So honestly, there's no shame in this. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take this one Putellas, I'm gonna hand $1 over cold hard cash and go on my way. Now this find right here in the dollar box made my whole day. I was going through and I couldn't believe what I saw. Randolph Childress on card rookie auto. This was actually my coach when I played basketball at Wake Forest, and he is a Wake Forest legend. I was like, this is what dollar boxing is all about. This is what card shows are all about. It's maybe not the most expensive card in the world. Actually, I know for a fact it's not. I picked it up for $1, but just the memories it brought back, it was awesome. I played basketball with his son too. His son was on my team at Wake Forest, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta send him a message real quick. I know he's really gonna appreciate this. Shout out BC, was also a bucket in college, and to get a response back, like, you know, to connect with people who are in the sports world, but maybe aren't into sports cards, and just to share my love of the hobby. I don't know. This was a really cool moment and not something that I expected to happen when I showed up in Dallas, Texas at a random card show to find pretty much the perfect card for my collection. I want to show you guys too though, and be honest, not every card I pick up is a winner. So I was going through here, Cam Thomas has been playing really well lately. I was like, oh, that's got to be worth something. Kept going, oh, Wilt Chamberlain, Prism Silver, early Prism Silver, that's got to be worth more than $1. Unfortunately, both of these cards aren't really even worth $1. So it's all right. You know, part of this, you can do it two ways. You can kind of move quicker, which because I think I have some knowledge, I try to do, or you can be really meticulous and look up every comp. Obviously, that's much lower risk. You'll probably have a higher success rate. That's probably good if you have a really limited budget. But for me now that I feel like I kind of know most cards off the top of my head, I try to just move it quick and know that not every card I pick up is going to be a winner. It was actually the same deal with this, you know, Donovan Mitchell Prism Silver. And Cade Cunningham Orange Ice rookie variation color match. I'm like, that's got to be worth something. Still might be worth maybe $5, but I thought that was going to be worth a lot more. This Zaza Select Blue I picked up right there. Just kind of a random card, but he's a Warriors legend. I always see him around the game, so had to pick that one up just for the PC. And that's what I try to do. A mix of, you know, mostly I'm buying cards I'll resell, I'll be honest about that, but occasionally when I see a card here and there and I can add it to the PC, that's half the fun, so I got to make sure to do it. You see me flipping through right here, and I'm going to share with you guys kind of like what catches my eye. The modern stuff I'm a little pickier with, but older like that Mike Conley right there, or Prism numbered stuff, or older Topps Chrome, numbered older Topps Chrome at $1, I almost always just kind of take the chance on. There's so many collectors for that stuff, and it's not as readily available. And just in general, like I said, numbered Prism, I'm always going to at least take a look, see who the player is, especially if it's like super low numbered, I'll just pick it up. Doug McDermott right there, select, kind of like a color match. I know he has a lot of college fans. I think I ended up taking a chance on that one. Didn't end up being worth a ton, but you can see I'm going through up John Collins. Shout out the PC right there. I'm looking for parallels. I don't want to speak it to death, but base for the most part I'm skipping over. Parallels, especially numbered ones, are what I'm looking for. Shaq, color matches too. Color matches I'll always take. There's a lot of collectors who want that stuff. That Shaq right there, LSU color match was really cool. There's a ton of numbered stuff in this box, which is what I love to see. And I just check it out. I'm like, I don't pick up every single one, but that's a lot of the stuff I'm looking to target. I started going through the $4 box right here, and I was like, oh, there's definitely some gems in here, but I'm human too. I get a little burnt out. I can only dollar box for so long. I was like, you know what? I already found some good stuff. Let's just stick with kind of the $2 cards and see what we can do here. But actually, would you mind real quick? I think I'm just going to get these.
Sure.
$35.
Cool. As you can see, we ended up getting the deal done for $35 for 32 cards. That's just easy. This guy, we ended up doing a ton of deals this weekend. Super fair, always super fair with me at basically $1 a card for autos and great stuff right there. Just couldn't say no. That's the other thing too. Even if the price is, you know, these were all supposed to be $2, you pick up a big enough lot, you'll always get at least some sort of discount. So don't be discouraged if it's not literally just $1 a card. You'll still be able to get them for a pretty good price most of the time. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Really proud of what we accomplished. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.